It's not what you did, son, that angers me so. It's who you did it to.
Who? The nobody?
That nobody is John Wick.
Never stop, I'll get it if I want it. Gotta make to myself a promise. I won't quit, keep going till I got it. I won't give up till I'm on top.
Yo, I ain't the type to give up. If I do something, man, I do it till I get what I want. I turn a business out of nothing into something I love. I got a poker face, but honestly, I'm not one to bluff. I flip a switch, never miss, man, I always stay up. Don't let them see you. Always have a plan to stay tough. This life ahead of you ain't easy, it was built to be rough. But that's what makes a personality is tragedy, bro.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the John Wick Minute, the show where we analyze, scrutinize, and celebrate John Wick 1 minute at a time.
I'm Samuel.
And I'm Steven, and today we are talking about minute number 45. Minute 45 begins with John looking away from the bar, and it ends with a man saying, "No sign of him here," in Russian. So, So she says compliments of the house, hands him a thing, and so for the first 6 seconds of the minute, he's looking at something, and he turns and looks away, and he sees Winston raise his glass. It looks like, then he turns back to what he was handed, and we see a glass with a liquid in it, and there's a napkin with lipstick marks, I'm assuming Addie's, the girl at the bar, and the words...
Nope, definitely Winston's.
Sure. Yeah, he ran all the way over, kissed the napkin, ran all the way back, sat down.
No, we're going to talk about that. Not the lipstick, but continue. The timing.
Winston running back and forth between the tables.
Yes, continue.
Okay.
With your...
And I guess the napkin says red circle. So...
Yes.
That's...
Yes.
Yeah,
okay.
Anyway, go for it. Talk about Winston running back and forth. Sure.
Yes, very quickly. Speedy Gonzalez, he and John are sitting at the table. John goes from Winston to bar.
Mm-hmm.
Winston's at the table. She goes gets drink. Like she's not gone, but 10 seconds. So Winston knows John is coming. Knows there's a hit on John. Knows John's going to come talk to him. So I think the whole thing, Winston had already had it written, planned, set up before John even walked into the bar.
You think? Because their conversation is...
When did he tell her?
He Morse code blinked it to her, of course.
Yes, that's it. You got it. I'm saying,
yeah, good point.
Yes, he wants to talk him out of it, but Winston knows Jonathan. And I think, hey, if he had had success at talking him out of it, no loss, right? Hey, Addie, throw away the napkin. Don't need it today. Winston's a very good judge of character, we learn throughout the movies. Mm-hmm. He's quite strategic. He probably knew John was coming, had the note already set up, ready to go.
The other options are he sends a text to her, which they do text, or, well, in the movie in general, they do text in this world, or he could have sent someone to run up and whisper in her ear. I don't know. Maybe the guy guarding the door flap, hey, door flap guy, go tell the bar.
Go tell the bar person
to write red circle on a napkin and kiss it and hand it to John.
Yeah, I think he had it set up. All right.
Did lipstick
he knows what...
Sorry.
Well, she knows what he gets to drink. She knows, So I think, yeah.
To be fair, she did kiss his cheek last minute, so I guess just kissing is her thing. So I don't think we see anyone else.
It's a good way to get tips.
Yeah, I guess. I don't think we see anyone else kiss John. So, we might actually. I don't remember. In all 4 movies. The puppy. Puppy does kiss John. That is correct. And yes, so
nobody else kisses him. Nope.
No. So we do, red circle, which we'll remember is where Vigo told Avi to place Yosef. And we get to see it now. So the napkin says red circle, and it cuts to the red circle. It's a club, flashy music, dance, or flashy lights, dance music. It's not my scene. I hate those kind of. That concept scares me. I would never want to go there.
Definitely Keanu's scene though.
Apparently so.
Like this is just straight up Matrix echoing.
Follow the white rabbit.
Yeah, which they do a ton of in these movies.
Make Matrix references? No, they don't do that.
Yeah.
They do a bunch of those.
Yeah. Goes to the bar or the club called the Red Circle.
The
camera does anyway.
Yes. The song that is playing is called The Red Circle, written for the movie by Le Castlevania. 3 words. Le Castlevania, not Castlevania, the vampire thing. I don't know what that story's about. No, there's a game or something called Castlevania.
Oh.
Anyway, it's been around forever. Like I think there was a Doom style version of it back in the day, and like it's a continuing franchise.
That is old.
Yep. And then so this reminded me, man, if Seth were here, it reminded me of an unlockable in the Lego Star Wars Skywalker Saga game. So I don't know if you've played it, but it opens up to open world, right? You can explore each planet, all whatever, and there's an unlockable called Galaxy Rave, and if it's playing, there's like this kind of music renditions of Star Wars themes playing, and all the characters are dancing that you come up across in the entire game. And,
gotcha.
It's fun. There's flashing lights all over the floor. It just reminded me of that because I've been playing that game lately. Because I am an adult, I promise. So his luggage, it cuts back to John in his room, and he opens his garment bag. Not a. For some reason, I thought it was a suitcase this whole time, or some weird like duffel bag. It's a garment bag. It unfolds when he undoes it. And I was hoping that Seth would have the guns, but you're here. Do you know the guns? He has guns.
We got guns. All I saw was the vest. Because I was too busy misidentifying Winston and the safe.
We're gonna have to
Apparently,
retroactively
the safe
get
is...
Seth to answer what the guns
Hang
are.
on. So the one on the right is a Glock. Actually, it looks like a Glock 43 or a 26. And the one on the left is a. I can't tell from that shot. Obviously, you'd have to look it up. The AR in the bottom of the bag has a quad rail setup with it looks like an A2 flash hider and a it's not an EOTech, but it's a actually it might be an EOTech holographic with vertical grip. I do not know the brand. I'm because a lot of them look incredibly similar. But if it looks very similar to the Daniel Defense Mark 18, it's about the same size. The thingies with the pins are flash grenades, if you're curious. The guns at the top, the dual wields there. I don't want to speak out of turn with those, so I'm not gonna venture. I don't know. But we'll talk about them next week. I'll have Seth look them up because I don't actually know where he gets that information from either. I'm sure I could just Google John Wick guns. Probably. But I'm fairly confident in the analysis I made of the two.
All right.
Yeah.
We have a gear up scene. There's always a gear up scene.
Oh, Glock 26. What did I say? 43? So 26 or 43?
I wasn't listening.
Anyway.
I tune out the gun talk, but I think maybe the listeners won't, hopefully. Please don't tune out. It gets back from gun stuff if you're not into guns. If you are into guns, then I'm sure that's great for you. But
if you're not into guns, what are you doing in this movie?
Enjoying the movie. Like me.
Enjoying the carnage.
I like guns, but not as much as you and Seth, obviously.
Fair enough.
Anyway, there's a gear up scene. I'm trying to think of another gear up scene, and for some reason, I can't think of any, and I know
All of them.
every movie has one. I literally can't picture another one in my mind right now, though.
Lord of the Rings, Marvel movies,
Okay.
Iron Man.
What's the gear up scene in Lord of the Rings?
Theoden getting his armor put on.
That's
Well,
not
he
like a
gives the-
gear up scene though. I'm talking like you cut from, getting the vest ready, cut to making sure the gun's loaded, cut to, sticking the knife in the boot, cut to
Every movie with the military, anything, any like Expendables has gear up scenes.
Okay.
Like
So we
Fast
have-
and Furious have gear up scenes.
I'm just trying to think of a scene
mean-
in my head, a specific scene. I can't bring one to mind because there's just one in every movie.
Yeah, fair enough.
Anyway, and then he puts a knife in his
Batman
sock.
and Robin with George Clooney. That's a gear up scene.
It does. There we go. We have one. The bat nipples. So bad. Okay, so does the knife in his sock pay off? It's like a little sheath in his sock.
In this movie, I don't know. I think it pays off in others. I think in the second or the third one when he's fighting in that room with all the axes and stuff. I think it.
I could just, if it doesn't pay off in this one, it
I'm
doesn't
trying
pay
to
off till
remember.
later. I could just see the writers being like, "Oh man, we had that scene with him putting a knife in his sock. Didn't use it till the third movie. We gotta put that in there."
Yeah.
um,
Never underestimate a sock knife.
Is that a saying? That should be a saying. Never underestimate a sock knife. And then we cut to the red circle back again after the gear up scene, and we have some Russian guards talking
Those are
to each other.
1911s.
Oh,
2011.
1911s.
They're 2011s, but they look like 2011s.
I don't know what that is. I know what a 1911 is. I don't know what a 2011 is.
It's a remake of the 1911, but just in the year
That
2011.
makes sense. So yeah, Russian guards talking to each other in earpieces. We gather that they're watching for Wick. It's kind of nice that like they let a ton of civilians in, knowing that it's very likely a killer's going to come in and try and kill someone in there.
I mean, it's shielding, right? Because John, obviously, by the way, this also goes back to something I said earlier. This shows that John Wick has ethics in his thing. Like, he doesn't shoot civilians.
Sure.
Like, so they're using these people as shields, which means they know that John isn't going, like, he's not going to shoot civilians. So, it goes back to something I mentioned earlier.
Yeah, but like, it clearly doesn't stop very much. Although technically, spoilers, but technically he doesn't get his target in this exact scene. So, but I don't think having civilians there stopped that. I think that was just
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't stop him from the attempt, but he also doesn't kill any of them.
that is true.
So,
And
just very considerate.
yes, he's a very kind person with a 400 plus body count. My last note is it's a trap. That's all I had. Anything else for 45 before we wrap up this week?
Well, it does bring up the question again. Why does he not just send him to the safe house to begin with?
Unless he does think civilians are going to shield him, but that's the only thing I can
Wouldn't you-
picture.
Yeah. You'd think he'd rather send him to the fortress, though, than like... But, yeah, that's the best I can guess, though, is...
Wait, put Yosef in the Continental.
Yeah.
Why does he? Not...
I don't think... Well, yeah, you can take refuge there.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Whoops.
Oh, interesting. That is a 2011, but it's got a massive compensator on the front. Holy cow. Because they do a close-up of the guns on the bed.
Gotcha.
So it's definitely... Yeah. Sorry, I was just looking at that.
No worries.
I don't know what the brand is, though.
I'm still just kind of shocked that we got a massive plot hole in this movie.
That,
Yeah, he should have
That
just
what?
put Yosef in the Continental.
Yeah.
If he had put Yosef,
Yeah.
this entire movie is just over. Although,
But, so here's the problem, though. It doesn't... No. That's not what he's trying to do. He's intentionally trying to solve the problem because Joseph would have to live at the Continental for the rest of his life.
True.
So what he is now, granted, you could say, well, put him in the Continental until we get things more secure. We can ship him out of the country, kind of thing. But I imagine John Wick has nothing left to lose.
Sure.
So like he would follow him wherever he went.
Yeah.
So this is a preventative. This is like going on the offensive. This is not a defensive move. This is the or the hen fox thing or whatever.
Sure. Got
So,
yeah, not that not doing business on continental grounds always stops John Wick either. So,
well, yeah, as we find out, push him far enough.
excuse me.
But yeah, definitely not. Yeah, this is a let's get John Wick and kill him.
Yep. So that's all I have for 45. And anything else?
Nope. I'm good.
All right, check out our TeePublic store. We have a few John Wick minute T-shirt ideas. You can put them on mugs and stickers and pins and hoodies and whatnot. So head on over there. The link is in the description and in the YouTube description, podcast show notes, all that good stuff. Other than that, we will see you next Monday for another episode of the John Wick
Minute.
So keep your head on your shoulders. Now we ain't out here moving rocks. We out here moving boulders. Now we ain't getting posterized. We out here making posters and we ain't got nothing to hide. We move forward like so.